Next stop, Koh Phangan, and we've arrived just in time for one of the wildest celebrations in Thailand. Between crystal clear beaches, waterfront sunsets, and the chaos of Thai New Year, this island didn't hold back.
Okay, this is actually incredible.
From water fights to fire shows, this is our unforgettable start to island life in the Gulf of Thailand.
What's crazy is this is just a grab. We didn't order a van. We just ordered a grab. Yeah, we won't have any issues getting our bags in this.
We've just spent the last few days in Krabi and we had a great time, but now we're heading on to the next spot. So this morning we are getting a transfer to Koh Phangan. It's 7:30 now. We just arrived at the La Brea office. They want you to arrive like 45 to an hour early. And now we're just waiting for our van that'll take us to the other side of the island, and then we'll be getting on a ferry to get to Koh Phangan. The check-in process was super quick. They just give you your tickets, you get a sticker for your shirt saying what stop you're getting off at once you get on the ferry, and then they give you little stickers for your bags so that they also know which stop your bags are getting off at. And they did try and sell us on a transfer from the ferry port to our hotel, and it was 150 baht per person. So we've heard that they really overcharge for this, so we've said no. So we're going to see what the price is once we actually get to Koh Phangan.
We got to the port off our bus at 11:15. We were kind of hoping to get a little bit of food when we got here. There was a couple of restaurants that we passed coming in, but the bus just drove right to the very end of the pier because I guess the boat was already here. So I walked inside really quick, bought some bananas. So that's what we have so far. Within like 10 minutes, they were already starting to board the boat. We didn't realize they were boarding until like close to the end. So we were like one of the last people to board the boat, which was completely fine. This boat's not filling up. Keep in mind, if you are wanting to like sit on the very top in like a nice like sheltered area so that you can see everything go by, you may want to be one of the first people on the boat. If you had rolling luggage, they had you drop it off and then they would pack it themselves. If you had any sort of backpack, regardless of the size, you had to carry yourself onto the boat. We got onto the boat, put our bags down, and we found our seats, sat down. Now we're waiting to leave.
And not even 2 minutes later, we're pulling out of the pier and heading on our way. There's 3 islands that you can go to, and so we're going to be the second stop. So the first island, I believe, is Koh Samui, and that's where a bunch of people get off, and then we'll be getting off at the second one, Koh Phangan. It's a beautiful sunny day, almost perfectly clear skies, and the water seems flat, so we haven't taken any gravel. We're hoping that it doesn't get too choppy so we don't have to, because it just makes us so sleepy when we take it. Hopefully the waves just stay chill.
Nice smooth ride.
Yeah.
watching this guy be like a dolphin. He's doing this right now, and he's like, God damn, my cool. He's bounced this ball on his head for at least 10 seconds. Some girl somewhere in these beanbag chairs is like, found him.
We finally made it to Koh Phangan. It was a bit of a long morning of travel to get here from Krabi, but we did it and it was good. So basically we got here probably around 1 p.m. Immediately went to grab some food because all we had eaten today so far were those bananas that Dave had got us.
After that, we went back up to where the boats were coming in. Luckily, a boat was just coming in as we were trying to find a taxi to where we want to go on the island. If you're trying to find a taxi when a boat's not arriving back where the port is, it's very difficult because they'll tend to make you wait until enough people show up, and you need about 7-8 people to actually get a full taxi. We got on that, we paid $200 each, which was more than the $100 each that I've heard that you're supposed to pay, but whatever. It's Songkran right now, it's probably just jacked up a little bit from that. We head into town. It's supposed to be a 30-minute drive. I swear it took us an hour and a half.
It was just absolute mayhem. We got soaked, all of our stuff got soaked, cameras, like everything is wet. Luckily, I don't think we've lost anything, but I knew we were gonna get a bit wet on the drive here, but I was not expecting that. I think because it was like bumper to bumper traffic, you would just be stopped for so long and people would just come and dump entire buckets of water over your head. Dave got a couple of ice cubes in the back. I don't know if that was intentional or if they were just trying to cool the water and he got a couple stray ice cubes. I don't know.
This camera that we're talking to right now, the mics, battery packs, which were inside of water-resistant bags, they all got wet. So we haven't really been able to record too much because everything's just been drying out in our room.
And now we just come down to the beach, which literally, like, our hotel is right up here. So super convenient. They've got all these beanbag chairs set up. So we just came and grabbed a seat, grabbed a couple of drinks. And yeah, now we're just watching the sun go down. It's pretty nice.
I don't know if a party's supposed to happen now. We just missed the full moon party by one night, which I feel like I'm starting to feel my age now because there's not a party happening right now and already I'm just like, God, this music's loud. When I think we were here last time and we came to a full moon party, it was wild and I remember it being exciting. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old.
But this is fun. This is my speed.
This is my
speed. A beanbag chair on the beach with a cold drink.
Yes, there's a cat wandering around.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
So let's see if this turns into a party.
They've been setting up neon signs on the beach and they've got some flags going. So we're not sure if they're setting up for some other display or not or what. So we're just gonna hang out here for a while and kind of just see what happens. Good morning. It's our first and only full day on Koh Phangan, and it's also the day after the Thai New Year, and it is 12:45, and this place is absolutely dead. There's like a handful of people out, mostly people with young kids. A lot of things aren't open, so it's been a bit of a challenge this morning to find a place that's not only open, but it's also open and serving food, because some of them have been open, but just drinks. So we're currently just walking around the streets near our hotel, trying to find something to eat. And coffee. Most importantly, I need coffee. So after another 5 minutes or so of wandering, we came across this place called Eau Delight, and we've started with some coffees, and we've also got some food ordered too. I'm hoping it's good. We haven't had coffee in like 2 days. It's not bad. It's a little watery, but overall it's caffeine and it's not terrible, so I'm happy.
I don't know. I tried it. I could barely taste any coffee. So I just got an espresso shot and then we just poured it another half in. It's not incredible, but I can at least taste coffee now. So That's a win. I got Penang curry here today. I saw someone else eating it at a different restaurant a couple days ago. It looked really good. So I got it here. I asked how spicy it was. They said a little spicy. So spicy. I like spicy food. It's so spicy, it's causing me to hiccup. And I can feel like my throat is trying to spasm. Probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So, yeah, you weren't expecting that, right? Once you push through the pain, there's flavor. There's flavor on the other side of that pain. And it's a pretty good flavor.
I went with the safe bet, which is the chicken pad see ew. I've eaten this for many meals now while we've been in Thailand. This is pretty good. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. All right, Dave just offered me a piece to try, and I said, oh, it's not that bad? He's like, no, as he gets the camera out, so I can only imagine this is gonna melt my face off. I do not like spice, by the way. It's a bit of a slow build, isn't it? So it's such a tiny piece, I feel like it's not too bad, but oh, my tongue is like,
Yeah.
my tongue feels weird. Yeah, I don't think I would be able to, oh, it's going to the back of my throat. That was the tiniest little piece of chicken. And I feel like I need to take a sip of water, so that was spicy. Tasty though, good flavor, but holy heck, I would not be able to eat that. Now that we've finished up breakfast, we're gonna walk down to the beach to kind of check out what's going on there, see how probably dead it is, to be honest. I feel like everybody's still sleeping. I think we might go back to our room quickly to grab a couple of things and then come back to hang out at the beach for a little bit. Definitely not busy, but still more signs of life than I was expecting. So we're just walking down the beach here, and there's a lot of places that you can just walk up to from the beach and get a drink, get something to eat. I think they're more expensive because they are right on the beach, but there's definitely lots of options. We've just walked down to try and find some shade to set up our towels in. I think we found some.
So,
It's super hot out, obviously, but
super high UV.
super high UV. I think the UV's at a 10 right now. Being in the shade, there's actually kind of a nice breeze coming in off the water. I'm not like ridiculously hot. Yeah, we might just chill here for a little bit and then head into the water. It looks incredible. I'm curious. I feel like it's going to probably be warm. So we'll see. And the beach is remarkably cleaner than I was expecting, considering there was just a huge party here 2 nights ago, and then last night there was definitely some partying happening. Unfortunately, I think the tides probably come in and washed a lot of it out into the ocean. But even further up the beach where the tide didn't reach, it's not terribly like full of litter or anything. Oh, the sand is pretty hot though.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you said I wonder how hot the sun is gonna be. I was like, probably pretty hot. Wow. This is probably one of the nicest beaches we've been on in a while. Okay, this is actually incredible. The water is so warm, but at the same time, it still feels kind of refreshing. And the water is just so clear.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is perfection.
And I'm also really happy that I bought these. I think the cost of sunscreen is so high. I want to say a small bottle of sunscreen is about $20 Canadian. And I've got a lot of real estate. So every time we put sunscreen on, it probably costs us $5.
It's true.
So now I just have to put sunscreen on literally my arms, my feet, my head. And it saves us so much money. That, and also I'm not gonna get sunburned.
Yes,
So
good idea.
you right?
Yeah, just drowning. Well, that was incredible. And we stayed in the water so much longer than we were planning to. I mean, I am wearing sunscreen, but I'm pretty sure I've started burning. But it was just so nice to be in the water. You could probably stay in this water literally all day. Like, I was not getting cold at all. Probably one of the nicest beaches that we've been to yet. Very happy. I think we're just gonna hang out here for maybe another 5-10 minutes to dry off a little bit, and then
head back and get out of the sun for a while. Survey the damage. Definitely recommend this beach. We really weren't sure how great it was going to be because of the fact that it's such a party place, but it is incredibly gorgeous. The sand is just so white. The water's incredible. This is like a 10 out of 10 beach. Dave agrees. Yeah, I don't want to leave it. But if I stay up much longer, I'm going to be a tomato.
After our time at the beach, we went back to our hotel room for a little bit just to rest and get out of the sun because I did, of course, get a sunburn on my shoulders. And we've just come out for a late lunch, early dinner. I say that it's 4 p.m., so I know we're going to be coming out to eat again and probably back to this place. This is our second time here. It's called He Eat My Favorite Restaurant. And we're starting things off with some dragon fruit shakes. Oh, that's good. Not too sweet. Just tastes like I'm eating a piece of dragon fruit, which, I mean, duh, but also it's really good.
All right, so I ordered the same meal that I had this morning, just different place. This is the Penang curry. Also, I said just a little bit of spice, so we'll see how spicy it is. Okay, this is much better than the one I had this morning. Much creamier, and there's not really any spice to it, which is kind of nice. There's just a little faint spice to it. There's tons more chicken, a lot more rice. I'd say overall, 8.5 out of 10.
I will say the quantity of peanuts they give you is excellent. First impressions, it looks incredible. It smells incredible. And it definitely seems like there's more to it than there was this morning at the other place. I can't remember what I gave my meal this morning. 7.5. I don't know if I even rated it. It was probably like a 7, 7.5. I'd give this, 8.5, maybe a 9. I can't remember if I mentioned that this is the pad see ew, so the same dish I had at the other place this morning. But I'm going to say this one's better.
Koh Phangan gave us the perfect mix of island energy and unforgettable moments. Next up, we're heading to Koh Tao to get our advanced diving certification and explore some of the best dive sites in Thailand. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.